Hello everyone, welcome again back to our school's official YouTube channel. I find here many of you are still filling in the attendance. All right, I'm sure that you must not be facing any problem as far as registering your attendance is concerned. But some children, I noticed that they have already filled in the morning itself for all the lectures. This is not allowed. Then why was it needed to make five different slots, five different cells in five different columns mentioned with their subjects and their names: English, Hindi, math, science, and social science. Here I have noticed some students, they are still busy. I think their parents may be there. I hope you are all here live with the session. Tisha, are you there? Tisha. Yes, Bhavika Asnani. There is Tisha Asnani. Tisha, you have filled in your attendance very early, dear, at 9 and 5, 9 5 in the morning, at 9 o'clock itself. Why so early? For all the lectures you have done like that. As I have already told you yesterday, that everything is noted here. The notification is received. Whatever changes, whenever you are putting the details and all, everything. Here I can see that you have put P for you for today's session at 9:05 in the morning. Sakshi, you have put it at 11:47. Good, on time. Let me tell you some examples from 10B, and then we will just cross check. Those who have put P are really there and are attending the session. Achal, you have put P at 11:53. Very good. But are you there now? Achal Acha, Shravan Katore, Khushi Grover, the session has already been started here. What are you waiting for? Are you just busy in commenting? Are you all not able to access me? I'm sure that you must be watching me. Okay, Tisha, don't do it again, huh? At the time given to you, those 15 minutes prior to the lecture begins, or during the lecture is going on, your parents may put P for present, A for absent for you. Hmm? Okay, that's nice. Now, children, I want to confirm here about the homework that was given yesterday. It was about creating a graphic description of the summary of the story, A Letter to God. How many of you have done it in the textbook? A was done, it was already there, and page number 3 has three boxes with the letters B, C, D, and you were supposed to create a graphic description over there that we had discussed. How many of you have done? Please mention here. Karnavat Bhumi has done, then Gauri Pargakar has done, Sakshi Chachad has done, Anil has done, Chetanaditya has done, very good. Shreya Tarte has done, Kushi Grover, very good, done. Firodia, Kushi Sahani done, very good. Viha Bakshi has done, Somil Tiwari has also done, good. Then now let me know how many of you have shared with me. Didn't you listen to me carefully yesterday that I had told you to do share a picture, a photograph with me? you know, so that what happens, we get an idea about you that you have done it. Otherwise, isn't this waste of time asking you and again you are there to comment? So already we have very less minutes, 30 minutes with us, and out of them we are spending 5-10 minutes every day for attendance and inquiry about the homework and all. Harshvardhan, why was it somewhat left here? It was not needed that it should be very good as our Ankush sir draws. We don't want so good. At least there should have been an idea. If somebody looks at it that there is a picture and there is a post office and somebody is there, those feelings were important, nothing else. Gauri, you should have shared here. Hmm? So please listen to the instructions very carefully and follow them strictly. Otherwise, it is just for time being na, that we are doing then. Anil, you are saying that you are not knowing. How don't you know, dear? Access to the yesterday's video that is still there. Even the comments you will be able to see that you had done. Hmm? So not expected. So please, whenever any teacher when ask you to do share your work done, you please share because everything is being recorded. Your attendance as it is recorded, even the work is given to the teachers to maintain your records what you are doing. You have seen last year, the formats that we had made, that so and so child has done this work and so on. I will conduct a session for class 9 and 10 because there are many changes. Your portfolio is maintained. It has 5%. Even multiple assessment tests are there, multiple assessments. The test we are conducting now today, we have social science at 1 o'clock. Be ready, huh? I'm going to share the link at 150 sorry 12:59, and you will be able to access it at sharp 1, and the test will be ended. It won't be like English that I had given you more time. It will be ended at sharp 1:10, and the moment you submit your answers, the next moment or the same moment you will find your answers over there and the marks that you have got. This time I have also put remarks for you all. Those who have done well, they will get the remark very good, and those who will not be able to answer well, and if the answer is incorrect, there would be a remark, needs to study hard. Okay, very good. Let me confirm few children from 10B, those who have put P. Okay, if they are present here or not. So this is Nirali Tathed. She has put P at 11:55. Very good. Nirali, are you present? Please comment. I can check here, but it will take little time, and for each one of you it will take much time. Very good, Nirali, you are there. One more from 10B. Siddhant Surse has put P at 11:54. Yes, Siddhant Surse. Siddhant Surse. 11:54 you have put present, but you are not there. Siddhant Sursai. I think I will change it to A then if you are not there now. Okay, I will change it to A. And one child only from 10th A. She is none but, I think, Ayusha Rane. At what time she has put? Ayusha, you have also put at 9:11 only in the morning at 9 o'clock, 11 minutes. Ayusha, are you there now? You have filled in your attendance at 9:11 a.m. Yes, she is there. Akshada Rane. I think she is only Ayusha Rane. Please confirm, because yesterday also it created confusion for me. Are you able to get me or not? Ayusha nor Siddhant has said yes yet. I'm going to change Siddhant's attendance P to A. And Ayusha is here but still not responding. She has already responded about her homework that I will send today. But why doesn't she respond now? Anyway, for both I will put P. No, A. Children, are you facing any problem? Because it doesn't take so much of time to simply put yes, you are there. And I can see that you are there here. But why don't you comment? Anyway, without wasting time, let's come to the point. I will contact them personally. Devansh, I checked. I had given you an access permission, and I hope you have filled in. You are there, Devansh Behani. So yesterday we did with the summary, rearranging the jumbled sentences, and arranging them in a correct order. After that, a graphic description was also done. We had discussed, and that was given you a homework to draw those pictures like a comic. And another homework was also given. It was page number 4, reading comprehension, text 1. I had told you to read it and try to get the answers so that you will be able to fill in the blanks. So, how many of you have read it? How many of you have read it? Text 1, comprehension check. Read. Gauri, very good. I hope you must have understood at least what is given there. If not in much detail, but some or the other way, some part at least. Very good. Gauri Khartare also says read. Very good. Shreya Tarte also says she has also read. Rina has read. Anil has read. Viha Bakshi has read. Chetana Ditya has read. Good. Khushi Sahani has also read. Many are there. So let me ask you then the meanings of the words that you were asked to the left side of the page. So the first word is beguiling. What do you mean by this word? Okay, so stay. It's little difficult story. I can understand that everybody may not understand the story, but you have read. That's important here. So we will discuss it today. But here I want at least you must have searched for the words now while reading, or you just read it for just reading. You have nothing to do with the understanding, but simply sir has told to read and we read. That's it. No, it was not expected. When you are reading, there must be some efforts that you must be putting in order to understand. If not thoroughly, in some part at least. Yes, very good. Kushi has commented here the meaning that is charming in a fooling way. Very good. Means it is either enchanting, or we can say even the way people hypnotize others now in order to steal them, cheat them, deceive them. So that is here charming or enchanting in a foolish or fooling way. We can say in a deceiving manner. That's what here beguiling means. Next word, cordiality. The next word is cordiality. I am putting here the meaning of the previous word. It was beguiling, that charming or Enchanting. Yes, cordiality. It is in a friendly manner or being friendly and agreeable. When we agree or when we are friendly, very frank with someone, that is called cordiality. Then the next one, hamper. Ayush Shalunke, Sanika, Ayush Mutha, many students they have written correct, and I'm sure that you must have studied well. You must have searched these words, looking into the dictionaries or on internet, and found their meanings. Hamper. You know, there was lesson 9, class 8, packing. There was a word hamper, wasn't it? Do you remember? Yes, when it is a noun, then you are right, Gauri. That basket with the lid. Harsh also says the same. And when we take it as a verb, it means hinder or impede the movement or progress of. That is, we interfere, we interrupt somebody in their work. There was a dog. You remember what was his name? That was his job only to interrupt, to hamper the work, to disturb others in order that they should not be able to complete their work. So it was hamper. Shruti, you are also right here, but it is a noun. When we say hamper is a noun, then you are right that it is a basket. But when we take it as a verb, here Japanese says it is forced to do work or interrupt in the work or hinder or impede the movement or progress of. Good. Then the next word is snipping. Harsh says cut with scissors or shears. To cut using scissors. Very good. Anil also says to cut into small parts. Very good. Then the next word on this page is, yes, very good. Vaishnavi also says with a short, quick action, but it is cutting. Shreya says to cut. Simply it means very good. Then the next word is wedgered. Wedgered. Yes, very good. That is a formal term for bed. In class 9th, in the very first lesson, the fun they had about the school, you remember Maggie and Tommy. The Tommy used to say, I betcha. I betcha means here, I'm sure, or I bet. So the same way here is this another word, wager, that is similar to bet. So you always try to use different words. Then only you will be able to remember them forever, and you are sure not to forget it in future because you are using it in your day-to-day life. Then the next page, dear students, so that we may finish reading at a time. The next page, next word is filching. Filching. Yes, very good. Many of you have answered correctly. It is nothing but stealing or steal to take away something in a very casual way. Gauri says. Also, Nikita must say, Kattare, Kale, Tarte, Narang, Bhujbal. You are all right. Very good. Then the next word is incredible. Incredible. Impossible or very difficult to believe. Good. Or also it means sometimes extraordinary. That is of something different sort or kind. Good. Then the next word, swatch. Swatch. Yes, a small sample of fabric. When we go for a purchase of clothes, and if we want ample, very much more, because our demand is for many people, that time they have some sample pieces with them. They are called swatch. And the last word is unhinged. Unhinged. Yes, mentally unbalanced, make somebody mentally ill. Very good. Children, you please use these words in your day-to-day life, then only they are of use, otherwise of no use. You are just there to say that you know the meanings, but when you need these words to use in your life, and if you are not able, it is not then the intention that is to be fulfilled. Okay, so please use these words there. Ayusha, you are there now. Sir, I am there now. I have asked for you almost 20 minutes before, and you are saying, oh, so that my brother. I was doubtful, not dear. Yesterday also you did the same. You put your attendance early in the morning, and the mobile phone is given to brother just to keep it, you know, that you are there. I'm going to put A for A absent for you, Ayusha. You are not supposed to fill in your attendance so early for all the subjects at a time at 9 o'clock only, and then attending these sessions. Who the brother is attending? No, you are just fooling us. Don't try to unhinge us. Okay. So now, children, I am reading this extract text one for you. You please listen to me carefully, and I'm sure as you know the meanings of these words, you must be able to understand. Okay, and I'm also going to introduce it briefly. Reading comprehension, page number 4, text 1. Given below is the story of the tailor who has been known for his skills in cheating and stealing. Read in groups of four or in pairs. You may discuss the events and incidences of the story with your friends and write them in a sequential manner. The title of the story: The Trader and the Tailor. There was a tailor who was known for beating others in the art of being light fingered and thievery. A trader so that even with 100 attempts, the tailor would not be able to take a coil of thread from him without his knowledge. The trader was told that many others more intelligent than him, had been beaten by the tailor. They said he would not imagine himself so great, for his ego would only give him worse troubles in competition with the tailor. Still, the trader became more competitive and made a wager that the tailor would not be able to rob him of anything. I'm sure you must be getting it. It's not difficult at all to understand. He wagered an Arab horse with those who taunted him. If the tailor failed to steal, then they would have to give him a horse instead. That night, the trader lay awake, troubled by the situation, and could not sleep a wink. In the morning, he put a piece of satin cloth under his arm and went to the bazaar and entered the shop and saluted the cunning rogue warmly. The tailor sprang up from his seat and welcomed the trader, inquiring about his health with cordiality exceeding even that of the trader, planting in his heart great feelings of affection for him. When the trader heard these songs of sweetness from the tailor, he flung down the piece of silk, saying, "Cut this into a coat for me and make it wide below my navel, so as not to hamper my legs, and tight about it show off my figure." The tailor answered, "Oh, kindly man, I will do you 100 services," and accepted the order. He measured the satin and inspected the working surface, and all the time chatted away to the trader in idle gossip about other amirs and of boundaries and gifts he had received from them, and about misers and their mean ways, and made the trader laugh with his tricks. During this beguiling talk, he was snipping away with his scissors rapidly, cutting as fast as his lips moved. The trader was laughing, the tailor was cutting. The trader closed his eyes in joy. The tailor cut extra pieces, tucking them under his thighs, hidden away from all but God. From his delight at the tailor's tells, the trader's former boast went out of his mind. What satin? What boast? What wager? The trader was drunk on the jokes told by the tailor. Then the teller told such an incredible story that the trader fell over on his back with laughter. The tailor swiftly stitched a swatch of the satin to the hem of his underpants while the trader was paying no attention at all, greedily sucking with every guffaw at the jest the tailor told. The tailor continued to tell funnier and funnier tales and jokes until the trader was completely within his power. With his eyes shut and his reason vanished, the bewildered and boastful trader was drunk with joy, and the tailor continued to cut, filching yet more of the beautiful cloth with nothing to stop him now, and yet the trader begged for more. You who becomes the slave of the chest, no story is more laughable than you yourself. Think on this at the age of your grave. How long will you listen to the lies of this world that leave your mind and spirit unhinged? The universal tailor will cut and stitch the hems of 100 travelers, silly as children. Eventually, the tailor became bored with the whole story and told the trader that he better leave before another tale was told. For if I tell another one, the coat will be too tight for you, and you will stop laughing and weep tears of blood by roaming abreast. Students, if you remember an advertisement, do you remember? चाचा जी, ये मेरी पतलून एक इंच कम कर दो. Have you watched that advertisement, children? Minto Fresh. Hmm? They go there to cut their pant a little part. It was little bigger and they wanted it little shorter. And there they handed it over to the tailor. And that time the other fellow gave him a Mento Fresh. And they, just were enjoying, and they were just going on telling, चाचा जी मेरी पतलून और एक इंच कम कर दो. And finally, that pant was too short to cut, wasn't it? Do you remember? If you don't, you please watch that advertisement. And that's what here the story says. Same, no more changes. Ayusha, you are right. That was Montmorency was the name of dog. But why are you commenting so late, dear? Here we discuss about the advertisement about the Mento Fresh. If I don't forget, okay, that's what here this story is about. There is a tailor who is very expert, who is very skillful in fooling others and stealing away the things from them. But there was a trader who was fond of and who was egoist for himself, and he told that he won't be cheated by the tailor. And so there was a bet between other people and the trader. And finally, the bet was about a horse. You read it in detail. And the trader went to the tailor and handed him over a satin, a cloth, a piece of cloth, and asked him to stitch it or get it cut so that it should not hamper to his feet. Same the advertisement, mentor press. चाचा जी मेरी पतलून 1 इंच कम कर दो. And that time, as he was cutting that cloth, as fast as he was speaking also, and he was telling him so many things, some stories, some tales, some jokes, and even some real facts. And also about he was telling the gifts that he had received from many people, and so on and so on and so on. He was just going on speaking and speaking as fast as he was cutting the cloth. And there the trader lost himself in the imagination about what the tailor was telling. And finally, he forgot that he was also telling him to cut it more and cut it more. And finally, the tailor himself warned him at last that you now stop listening to my stories. Otherwise, this cloth won't be cut later in another piece and it would be too short. But here a moral lesson is also given at the end of story. If you see the second para, you who becomes the slave of the jest, no story is more laughable than you yourself. Think on this at the edge of your grave. How long will you listen to the lies of this world that leave your mind and spirit unhinged? The universal tailor will cut. Here the universal tailor is God, and we the people are as the traders. Here the comparison is given. You may understand or not. It may take time, but you should just try to understand here that we should not just make fun. We are just not to make fun of others. Otherwise, we are there to spoil our future ourselves, and that's what here Taylor wants to convey. No story is more laughable than you yourself. Think on this at the age. You should let me tell you in to your level that if you are just enjoying the movies, if you are just enjoying watching lectures, if you are just entertaining yourself and not studying well in order to obtain good marks, then today's joy will become sorrow for you in future. That's it. Here, what should be conveyed and what should be the moral for this? How long will you listen to the lies of this world? We just become nostalgic about the things that we watch in on television or in the movies, and we just try to follow them blindly. But is it practically possible, or is it practical? Not at all. We should not do like that. We should try to understand our levels, our potential, and accordingly we should try to develop and grow from there to some higher level. So the universal tailor will cut and stitch the hems of 100 travelers, silly as children, you know and this is the way our future will be spoiled because of our own actions only, because we are not attentive at present. Okay, so you please watch that advertisement. I will also try to share with you on the same WhatsApp group. And I want now, the time is over and we have test at 1 o'clock. Be ready. But let me tell you at last, I want you with the answers for filling in the blanks. That is just a summary. And you have to fill in the blanks with the words that they are given in the brackets. You please be ready for tomorrow. That's it for today. And be prepared. I'm sure you are all ready for the test. At sharp 12:59, I'm going to share the link for social science online test. And at sharp 1:10, the link will be disabled. You may not be able to submit your answers. And I'm very sure that there won't be any technical issue. So you should not raise. So I was unable to submit. No. You have already experienced this test well, and you are now used to that. Okay? So be ready with your answers and do watch that advertisement that I'm going to share, or you please search it in YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.